So some of the best practices for us, okay, not for everybody. Manage resources. It's math, it's math, it's math. We had her when we were in our 40s. So we're older parents. So we had 80 years on the planet. We didn't have any other children. So we had 100% focus. We'd been there, done that, bought the cars, bought the houses, bought the boats, been around the world. So when we had the kid when we were in our 40s, what did we care about? The job? No. The boats? No. The bigger house? No. We cared about the kid. Focus. Time. Her mother's a doctor. She was in her 40s. She gave up her medical career in the maximum earning time of her life. And she gave, for 15 years, she was there every day for that child and gave up a 6-digit salary every year for 15 years to make sure she was with that kid. Time, focus. Time, focus. Setting goals early, you know, like I said, 6 months, we got a signal. She played other sports, and we helped her with other sports, but she self-selected. Absolutely. First soccer went, because it conflicted with the swimming schedule. Then downhill went. She was on downhill since she was 2. But by the time she was 9 or 10, she was going, you know, this is kind of dangerous, Mom. You know, if I get hurt, you know, I lose races by 1/100th of a second. I can't twist an ankle or twist a leg. I'm going to stop swimming, or I'm going to stop skiing, Mom. As much as I love it. She self-selected out and started focusing and focusing and focusing. Abide by the 10,000 hour rule. You know what that is, right? That's Malcolm Gladwell's book. 10,000 hour rule. There's no getting around this. And this is the best thing you can teach your kids. There's talent, and then there's talent and effort. And talent alone is never going to beat out talent and effort. Missy's got 20,000 hours in. 20,000 hours. Easy into swimming. You've got to put in the time. That's the difference between world class and average. I had mentioned the passion indicators, right? As long as she's having fun. I told a reporter in New York, I said, I think she's the happiest child in the world. I've never seen her have a bad day. The kid gets up smiling at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she's smiling at 9 o'clock at night when she goes to bed after her 5th meal. Minimize the distractions, school, other things, all the stuff that gets into our kids' heads when they're teenagers especially. If you can minimize or mitigate or somehow reduce some of that and get her just focused on studying, her sisters, and swimming, and her coach, and her church. Okay, end of story. It's just math. Enable versus motivate. You don't motivate your children to do anything. You enable it. You make it possible. You spend the money, you spend the time, and hopefully it'll work out for you. Set up for success. Visualize. We have in our rec room in Centennial, we have a child's painting. It's about yay big from kindergarten. And it's 5 rings. You know which rings I'm talking about. And then there's this kind of wavy little blue surface below it. And then there's a stick person swimming in the water. Kindergarten. Honey, what's that all about? I'm going to be in the Olympics. Really? 5 years old. Okay. We framed it. We had it. It was in her head then. Okay. Long term. Focus long term. Take it day by day. Every day. Acknowledge your limitations and pivot. You know, that's what we tell our entrepreneurs. Honey, you're not going to be a gymnast. Let's pivot. Let's move on to something we know. Let's leverage your strengths and forget about the weaknesses. You're just not built to be a gymnast. And keep it fun. Fun, fun, fun. Her coach here, Todd Schmitz, he was a genius at keeping her and her friends, boys and girls, happy. I mean, everything from throwing Halloweens in the pool or pumpkins in the pool on Halloween to turning up the music. Whatever he could do to make that black line, you know, black line. We're talking 4, 5, 6,000 yards a day, people. That black line can become oppressive. And he kept it fun. And I give Todd Schmitz all that credit in the world, because not once did I pick that kid up and say, how did practice go? And have her go, God, that was really, really miserable. It was always, Had a blast, had so much fun, really did this, really did that. And as long as that joy was there, she went back the next day and she did better. And if you look at her times from the age of 9 up to 19, she had just gotten progressively faster every month, every year for the last 10 years. That's it.
Right.